Welcome back to Look News. We're getting our money's worth out of our 2013 Saratoga track graphics, Trotter. End of the season was Monday. How's the hangover?
It's all over but the crying. It was a great meet. I got to give a shout out to the Bone Zone, kind of a group that's been following us all summer.
All right.
They love the look at the track here on Look TV, so just
Thank
want to
you
say
for
hi
watching.
to the boys.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. It's always great to have you along every Tuesday. Of course, we're our last look at the track season for 2013, segment for 2013. Let's take a look back. Big race this weekend was the Woodward Stakes.
Yep, we had the Woodward Stakes. Flat out, the lady put her $15,000 bet on her, on Flat Out. Welcome to horse racing. Tough beat. Looked like Flat Out was going to go past Alpha. Alpha went wide to wire, and I mean, she probably down the stretch, she was holding that ticket thinking that she was a winner, but welcome to the game. I mean, tough beats, and that's just how Saratoga's been. You win your photos, you make some money, and sometimes on that losing end, you have that excitement of the thrill of the game.
You know, Alpha, a well-known horse.
Sure, won the Travers last year.
Yep.
Kind of always been closing from the back of the pack, put Johnny V on him, and the horse just went wire to wire. I mean, Kieran McLaughlin's been on fire here at the end of the meet, so, I mean, getting 7-1 on a Travers winner, kind of, that's how it is at Saratoga. The fields are so competitive that you get a nice price on the Travers winner.
All right. Well, the last 3 weeks, you say it was favoring speed at the track.
Sure. On the grass, we hadn't had much rain until this weekend, so even with the mud that had come up, the turf course and the track had played so speed favoring. Kind of an angle as a handicapper looking to go downstate. You might get some value on some horses coming back that couldn't close on this track. So as we have the upcoming meet coming at Belmont, look at a couple of these horses that were making moves late in the race that couldn't catch some of these speed favoring horses. And that's kind of the game, evolve to what we got to do to make money in this game. And I think you'll get some prices down at Belmont with kind of how playing against the track biased here at Saratoga. You
know, the meet went out a bit of a sloppy day on Monday, some rain on the tracks, but let's start with the hopeful on Monday.
We had Dwayne Lucas won the race with strong mandate on his 78th birthday. Kind of, we talked about Alan Jerkins with a big win. I mean, these old timers can still train up here, and that's the history of Saratoga that you get. Dwayne Lucas had a real big Saratoga meet. He won with Oxbow, so he won the Travers with Oxbow. So kind of 2 big wins. He kind of had a slow meet, but when you win the 2 big races, I mean, you forget about the early part of the meet. And, you know, strong mandate looks like a good horse coming up for the Breeders' Cup. The only thing I'd be a little weary of, Sweet Reason won the Grade 1 Spinaway over the weekend too. Both these horses had real nice pedigrees for the slop. So just kind of look at it, you know, were these horses moved up because of wet tracks? And just kind of do your handicapping accordingly. I mean, the Tisnow horse that Dwayne Lucas had, there were 3 horses that won that day out of Tisnow that won on an off track. So another little tidbit you can take from it, if you see an off track and the horse is sired out of Tisnow, you might have a winner.
we learned so much from you. Also on Monday, double dead heat. 2 races is a dead heat.
Right. Well, no, it's the same race.
Oh, the same race.
Had a double dead heat.
Okay, double dead heat.
I kind of been around the track for a while. I've never seen it. I mean, we've had a lot of photo finishes up here. We've had dead heats in the Travers. Yep. But in this race, 2 horses won. So Indian Splendid and Bobby Joe tied for the win.
All right.
Okay. But then there was a dead heat for 3rd place between Original Kitten and Birdhouse.
Wow.
So it was funny to hear Tom Durkin say, because he had known the results, but he couldn't really tell people what was going on yet till they posted the results. And there were 4 different superfecta payouts. So if you had a lot of combinations that race, you were somehow probably getting paid. Yeah. But, I mean, just a tribute to Saratoga again with, you know, jockeys riding out the races, a tie on the win photo, a tie on the show photo, and a lot of people are happy, a lot of people are sad, but that's kind of the game here.
Kind of the way the tickets fall. Leading jockey, owner, and trainer for the 2013
Okay, we have Javier Castellano. He was the leading jockey. I mean, he rode a lot of nice horses for Todd Pletcher. I mean, he gave a couple good rides. I think he was on a lot of the best horses. I mean, going back and looking, I really thought Johnny V was the top jockey. I mean, he gave some tremendous rides. I took a bad beat on one horse that he rode, and so maybe it stings a little more. But, I mean, he gave some real commendable rides. He did it on Alpha. He got on the front end and stole the race with that horse. He rode a couple nice races where he came up the rail with turf horses. So it's not always that you have the best horse. You give the best ride. The leading trainer was Todd Pletcher, kind of as usual, you know. He's got, you know, a monopoly on it. He's got the most horses. He has his horses first out, ready to go. But Chad Brown beat him percentage-wise, winning. And then we talked about Kieran McLaughlin. Kind of went on that tear at the end of the meet here. He won 6 or 7 races in a row. I mean, some nice price horses. So I thought, you know, those are your 3 top trainers. And then Ken and Sarah Ramsey kind of ran away with the owner's title. I mean, normally Rapoli goes 1-2 with them, but this year was all the Ramseys. So.
Okay. A great year all around.
Yep. And we still got great racing coming up. I mean, Jockey Gold Cup at the end of the month at Belmont.
Okay.
And then we have the Breeders' Cup in early November.
All right. As we wrap up track season, you're kind of changing your hat for us here at Look News.
Right.
Moving to Wednesday nights, we're going to be taking a look at sports, and perhaps we'll call you Coach Furlong.
Coach Furlong will be here, and you know, we'll be looking at high school football. You know, just because the track season is over doesn't mean we don't have action up here in upstate New York. And I'll be looking forward to kind of giving a little previews of these games. I know we got Hudson Falls versus Schuylerville coming up. I've talked to both coaches, so we'll kind of get a little preview on what we got coming up for the fall with some exciting high school football coming up.
Definitely, of course, no betting on these games.
No betting, but you know, just the love of the game and the love of the sport coming up. So.
Well, I'm happy to have you along for the fall. Trodder Furlong, it's been great all summer long. We've learned so much from you on horse racing, and we look forward to learning even more as we head into high school football season.
Glad to be here, and I appreciate, you know, Look TV and everything that, you know, but this summer it's been, the feedback that I've gotten on both the shows has been so popular with everybody, and even the Twitter account. So it's been a fantastic summer, and I enjoy looking forward to the fall and the high school sports.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night as we take a look at sports. But for now, to see this segment and all Trotters look at the track segments, take a look back at the 150th racing season, head to the website. It's looktvonline.com. Of course, as we said, Trotter will be back tomorrow as we take a look at sports, a preview of the Hudson Falls versus Schuylerville game.